He strode from the bar and onto the street, searching for a cab. No cabs. Those two, he thought. I wonder what else I painted over. Prostitutes, flowers, prisons. There, in the bar's parking lot, Densman's quib. I'll take that, he decided. There were still cabs in Densman's world. He can get one later. Anyhow, it's a company car. I hold a copy of the key. Presently he was in the air, turning toward his apartment. New York City had not returned. To the left and right, vehicles and buildings, streets, pet runners, signs, and in the center, nothing. How can I fly into that? He asked himself. I'd disappear. Or would I? He flew toward the nothingness. Smoking one cigarette after another, he flew in a circle for 15 minutes. And then, soundlessly, New York reappeared. He could finish his trip. He stubbed out his cigarette, a waste of something so valuable, and shot off in the direction of his apartment. If I insert a narrow, opaque strip, he pondered as he unlocked his apartment door, I can... His thoughts ceased. Someone sat in his living room chair, watching a Captain Kirk on the TV. Sarah, he said, nettled. She rose, well padded but graceful. You weren't at the hospital, so I came here. I still have that key you gave me back in March after we had that awful argument. Oh, you look so depressed. She came up to him, peeped into his face anxiously. Does your injury hurt that badly? It's not that. He removed his coat, tie, shirt, and then his chest panel. Kneeling down, he began inserting his hand into the microtool gloves. Pausing, he looked up at her and said, I found out I'm an electric ant, which from one standpoint opens up certain possibilities, which I'm exploring now. He flexed his fingers, and at the far end of the left Waldo, a micro screwdriver moved, magnified into visibility by the enlarging lens system. You can watch, he informed her, if you so desire. She had begun to cry. What's the matter? He demanded savagely, without looking up from his work. It's just so sad. You've been such a good employer to all of us at Triplan. We respect you so. And now it's all changed. The plastic tape had an unpunched margin at the top and the bottom. He cut a horizontal strip, very narrow. Then, after a moment, a great concentration cut the tape itself 4 hours away from the scanning head. He then rotated the cut strip into a right-angle piece in relation to the scanner, fused it in place with the micro heat element, then reattached the tape reel to its left and right sides. He had, in effect, inserted a dead 20 minutes into the unfolding flow of his reality. It would take effect, according to his calculations, a few minutes after midnight. Are you fixing yourself? Sarah asked timidly. Poole said, I'm freeing myself. Beyond this, he had several alterations in mind, but first he had to test his theory. Blank unpunched tape meant to no stimuli, in which case the lack of tape... That look on your face, Sarah said. She began gathering her purse, coat, rolled up Ovid magazine. I'll go. I can see how you feel about finding me here. Stay, he said. I'll watch the Captain Kirk with you. He got into his shirt. Remember years ago when there were, 20 or 22 TV channels before the government shut down the independence? She nodded. What would it have looked like, he said, if this TV set projected all channels into the cathode ray screen at the same time? Could we have distinguished anything in the mixture? I don't think so. Maybe we can learn to be selective, to do our own job of perceiving what we wanted to and what we didn't. Think of the possibilities. If our brain could handle 20 images at once, think of the amount of knowledge which could be stored during a given period. I wonder if the human brain, he broke off. The human brain couldn't do it, he said, presently reflecting to himself. But in theory, a quasi-organic brain might. A quasi-organic brain might. But in theory, a quasi-organic brain might. Is that what you have? Sarah asked. Yes, Paul said.